Can you imagine shooting a movie alongside your husband and he suddenly gets hit by a train in front of your eyes? Sadly, Yvonne De Carlo had to witness this horrific event while shooting a film with MGM. But the most shocking part about all of this was that MGM didn't do anything to help the couple get through the situation. Continue watching to discover this and more about the interesting life of Yvonne De Carlo. How she got into entertainment. Yvonne De Carlo was born in 1922 in Canada. Her childhood was quite hard as her father abandoned her and her mother when Yvonne was 3 years old. This led her mother to work 2 shifts at a restaurant just to survive. She had quite a challenging upbringing, considering that the actress would later become one of the most famous celebrities in Hollywood. Since she was young, Yvonne's mother pushed her into the entertainment business. She made her attend a dance school and also study dramatics. Different from most children, Yvonne was hyper and wanted to be the center of attention all the time. When Yvonne finally became 15, her mother sent her to see Hollywood and get discovered from the entertainment industry. Unfortunately, nothing came out of it, and both of them left for Canada. But her mother was convinced that Yvonne had potential and went with her to Hollywood for the second time in 1940. This time, Yvonne finally found a job as a dancer for a chorus line during the night. And in the daytime, she would go and audition for different films. Her first appearances were supportive roles in short films for which she didn't even get paid for. She finally got a chance to act in a feature for the 4th time when she was accepted for an audition. Yvonne gave it a try in beauty pageants too. She won only the Miss Venice Beach contest of 1940, where she won a prize of $25. De Carlo's arrest. Yvonne got arrested the following year while she was working as an entertainer and dancer for Nils Granlund. She got arrested by the officials and got deported back to Canada. Nils Granlund believed in Yvonne's potential and became her sponsor for her to continue living in the United States. It was around this time that De Carlo met famous director Billy Wilder. The two started a romantic relationship with each other and split just 2 years after. De Carlo then decided to audition for the lead role in Salome and ended up being picked out of 20,000 other auditioning women. In the movie, De Carlo was mostly known for her famous dance. The film was not a big success, but it was enough for De Carlo to launch her successful acting career. She was so dedicated to acting, she even impressed Universal Pictures executives with her performance in Salome. The studio then decided to give her a 5-year contract. De Carlo then won the role in the very popular Burt Lancaster prison film called Brute Force and the 1946 western Frontier Gal. Most of the movies De Carlo was featured in were shot in color. This would later earn her the esteemed title of the Queen of Technicolor, a title which she often shared with another American actress named Maria Montez. Both actresses were offered the role of Frontier Gal, but Maria Montez eventually rejected the role and gave it to De Carlo. During the late 40s and early 50s, De Carlo enjoyed the success in the films that she acted in. In 1949, she got a big part in a hit noir film called Criss Cross, where she acted alongside actor Burt Lancaster. Her rise to international stardom. The more time passed, the fewer superficial assignments De Carlo had. In 1956, De Carlo managed to appear in romantic heroines and general Western roles. During this time, she landed one of the most important films of her career in the biblical movie called The 10 Commandments. In this movie, De Carlo acted as Sapphira, the wife of Moses. To this day, The 10 Commandments remains one of the highest-grossing films ever made. De Carlo never thought she would make it this big. During the filming of the movie, De Carlo fell in love with Bob Morgan, which was the stuntman. Both of them had met for the first time 1 year prior while they were working on a Western film together. Both De Carlo and Bob ended up having 2 children together. The role De Carlo had in The 10 Commandments served her well, and she landed another huge role in the 1957 movie called Band of Angels. Even though the movie was high-budgeted and well thought out, it had a very lukewarm reception and didn't make it to become a commercial hit. This led De Carlo to panic and return to B-movies and Western-style movies that she had started with at the beginning of her career. At this time, De Carlo also started to enter the silver screens, where she took small television roles. She starred in shows like Law and Bonanza and Death Valley Days. The tragedy that left her husband handicapped. De Carlo's life took a really strange turn when Bob Morgan, who was now her husband, became permanently disabled when he was left without a leg after being run down by a train. The incident happened when they were filming How the West Was Won in 1962. Both of them then filed a $1 million lawsuit against MGM Studios to cover for the cost of the injuries. However, MGM claimed no responsibility for the accident and never gave the couple the money they asked for. Sadly, De Carlo and Morgan filed for divorce in 1973. After the tragedy her husband faced, De Carlo started having fewer film offers. In the 1960s, she was deeply in debt and only had a few prospects. Her only hope was to appear in a sitcom about a family of monsters, which was offered by one of her old employers at Universal Pictures. De Carlo signed a contract to appear in the sitcom without thinking twice, and The Monsters premiered in 1964. In the sitcom, the actress would appear as a family matriarch, which was introduced in the second pilot episode. Her concerns of skepticism faded away once she saw that the sitcom had good reviews. Viewers were charmed by the character De Carlo played in The Monsters. De Carlo was expressive while playing Lily Munster and would often use hand gestures to make the role memorable and something out of her own creation. In an interview, De Carlo revealed that preparing for the role was pretty challenging, as she needed to get her makeup done for 3 hours before shooting an episode. De Carlo also had to wear a 20-pound wig during each episode, the sad ending of Yvonne De Carlo. After the sitcom ended, De Carlo continued to guest star in shows like The Virginian and The Girl from U.N.C.L.E. She also went back to her Western roots and appeared in Hostile Guns. In 1975, the actress played in a comedy film called Blazing Stewardesses and another horror film released in 1990 called Mirror, Mirror. Her last appearance in films was in 1995 in a Disney movie called The Barefoot Executive, which was a remake of the 1971 film with the same title. After the film, De Carlo announced her retirement. Just 2 years later, the actress suffered a minor stroke. Even though she fully recovered from the stroke, she passed away 10 years later from heart failure in 2007. De Carlo's career was a large, varied tapestry of film shows and television roles, but most of us will always remember her as Lily Munster. The actress sure did live one amazing life. So which one of her movies is your favorite? And have you seen the 10 Commandments? We would like to know your thoughts. Please put them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please do give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, guys, and we hope you'll be returning for our next video here in the series.